What's good, friends, beloveds, Dragonfly Dreamers? I'm coming at you from a Mágica Sunday evening here in the barrio, Mesoamerica. I feel grounded as fuck right now. And I have some words, so I'm hoping the words flow. I just want to say thank you, and from the bottom of my heart, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of the forces in the world right now that are working to keep the world somewhat functional. I'm thankful for the adults in the room. There are some adults in the room, thankfully. Gracias a Dios. There's some adults in the room. And so, just seems to be the case over and over with history, has this tendency to repeat itself. There's this place called the Holy Land, and the Holy Land is holy. Land has power, and the Holy Land is holy, and there's mayhem and mischief in the Holy Land. And I'm here in Mesoamerica, which is temporarily part of this war state thing, and it's hectic. And I love my family, mi familia sagrada. I love my friends. I love my city. I'm thankful that there's not neutron bombs being dropped on me right now. I really am. It's fucking scary. And there's reasons why neutron bombs are not being dropped on me right now. And I want to give thanks. So, let's try to unpack it. Neutron bombs are not being dropped on me right now because there is restraint being shown. Restraint is being shown. And it's not being shown by the war state. That's for fuck sure. It's not. There's restraint being shown, and there's courage. There's courage as well. There's also a lot of suffering and a lot of horror. And I can't even imagine. And I just send, for whatever it's worth, I send blessings and healing. And I will light another candle tonight. So, I think right now we're in the middle of something that they're calling a humanitarian pause. I think they're calling it a humanitarian pause. I don't even know what a humanitarian pause is, but it's this new thing that seems kind of whack to me personally, because from the voices from Gaza that I have been listening to, and I encourage everyone to seek out the voices from Gaza, from Palestine, from the West Bank, and from Israel. Seek out the voices from the people who are there, and then use your discernment to critically think about what the fuck. So, the problem with the humanitarian pause is that it's not a ceasefire. So it's not a ceasefire. So what we need is a ceasefire, not a humanitarian pause. But gotta do what you gotta do. Try to get people what they need, try to get resources where they need to go. And I'm thankful for all of the forces that are facilitating all of that. Needs to be a ceasefire. The reason why neutron bombs are not being dropped on my head right now is because there's restraint being shown by certain players in the region. So, shout out Hezbollah. And the leader's name is escaping me, and I'm sorry. But he made a speech, and he was the gist of the speech is if we go to war, truly go to war, then the war state is gonna like escalate, and then that's gonna escalate, and that's gonna escalate, and it's gonna bring in all the regional players. You got Iran, you got Yemen, you have the Houthis in Yemen, you got the Russian Federation, and you have the People's Republic of China. So yeah, these are some pretty large forces, and I'm thankful that shit is not popped off. And I'm just kind of like thankful each moment that shit is not popped off at this point. And I'm just praying that we can return to some semblance of sanity. I'm praying we can return to some semblance of sanity. So I want to give thanks to the adults in the room that are showing restraint. And I want to acknowledge the courage of the indigenous Palestinian resistance. And I also want to say that, like, it's really hard. War is fucking hell. And I haven't even been through it, so I almost feel like I can't even speak about it because I haven't been through it, you know? I can only imagine and research and read. So I can only imagine. But I'm thankful that there's these diplomatic back channels that continue to like course through, diplomatic back channels, and the terrorism has to stop. The terrorism has to stop. The dropping of the bombs on innocent people has to stop. So that's my prayer tonight, that we can stop this and realize that we're just, most everybody. So there's some like really dark forces that are doing really dark shit and causing really dark mischief, or fuckery, because darkness is beautiful. But most of us just want to live and be and breathe and exist and feel and love. Like, most of us just want to do that. And I'm putting out an Energy Audio Tidbit because I'm really trying my very best right now to like do the thing and create the content and put out the episodes, and I have really amazing, beautiful content on the way. I had an amazing studio session with my good brother Brandon, who's Palestinian. We went to a fancy studio at ASU and we talked. And we had a really good conversation, and that conversation is going to be coming out soon. And we were joined by mi amor, Diana, and my homegirl G showed up, and we talked it out. We're talking it out, and we have to continue to talk these things out because it's so messy, so horrific, and sometimes I feel bad, like, man, what happened to like all the humor and all my shit, you know? Like, I guess I'm sorry that it hasn't been as like light and fluffy, but it's kind of hard to feel light and fluffy right now when like I see in my visions and through my research like the precarity of the situation and the forces that are arrayed, like ready to pop off, and I'm just praying that they don't pop off, because I'm praying that they don't pop off. I'm praying it doesn't have to pop off. But then people are suffering, like the Palestinian people are suffering. The innocent people of Palestine who are not engaged in the war. Like, war should be between the fighters. This should be between the fighters. You got fighters and fighters. So if you're gonna do the war, you're gonna do the war. If you're not gonna do the war, you shouldn't have to do the war. Like, we do have free will. That's a natural law, by the way. Free will is a natural law. And so anytime you start violating free will, you're fucking with natural law, and that is fucked up. So I don't recommend that. I don't recommend violating natural law. And so shout out Hezbollah for showing restraint. Thank you for the Palestinian people. Let's have a ceasefire, because the military objective is not going to be achieved. It's just not, like, because of the tunnels and everything, which it's not really the time and place in an Energy Audio Tidbit to get into the nitty-gritty details, but like the military objective is not going to be achieved, so we need a ceasefire, because otherwise just more innocent people are just going to get bombed and die, and children, lots and lots of children are dying and suffering. And let's get these good people who just want to take care of their families, let's get them the resources they need. Let's do that. We have lots of resources. Shout out to the People's Republic of China for providing me with a cheap juicer. Like, I can juice shit. Like, I'm a broke ass motherfucker, but mi amor y yo are able to juice fresh veggies because of affordable consumer products from the People's Republic of China. And you know, I pray that it wasn't that horrific in the factory where that juicer was made, you know? I really do. Like, everything is so messy. Everything is so messy. But like, we're all just trying to survive. And it really doesn't have to be so horrific and hard. Like, we live on this beautiful, magical planet. There's a sacred vine that like runs through the center of the planet. There's spiritual mysteries. We have so much power and grace and beauty. There's so much to be thankful for. There's so much to be alive for. And let's like honor it. Let's honor life. I'm trying to honor my own life. I'm doing my very, very best over here. I am doing my very, very best to honor my own life. Sorry about the ambiance. Got a little bassy for a second there. I'm doing my very, very best to honor my own life, and I do feel like I'm honoring. I am. I don't feel like it. I am honoring my own life. Life is a struggle. Life is a struggle. In this 3D plus time reality that we find ourselves in, it's just life is a struggle. But it is a very, very beautiful struggle. And so this is my prayer on this beautiful Sunday night. The moon is out. I put my crystals out. I sprinkled my Florida water on the crystals. And like, I was actually just going to sit down for meditation, but I was like, you know what? Let's do an Energy Audio Tidbit. Let's do it. Because I am trying my very, very best. And I have this interview coming out soon, and I want to always remain open and in dialogue with everyone. I don't ever want to enter into an echo chamber. I want to be corrected on my mistakes, which are plentiful. And sending love, but also giving thanks to the adults in the room that are showing restraint right now, that are preventing the neutron bombs being dropped, everyone, because it's that close. So we should all be very, very thankful. And that's just the tip of the iceberg for what to be thankful for. All the sacred medicines that have been preserved by indigenous peoples around the world, indigenous people of Mexico, preserving sacred medicines. Like, we have so much to be thankful for, truly. And I have so much to be thankful for, truly. And I am truly thankful. I just feel like the universe has just been bringing me to my knees lately. It's just been bringing me to my knees. And I have to keep putting one foot in front of the other and continuing to speak my mind and speak my soul and ask for grace and admit mistakes and move forward and live and love. And I just pray for a ceasefire. I pray that we can, as a global community, we can work things out in a better manner so that there's not like these horrific, what are essentially mass sacrifices. We don't need to have mass sacrifices like this. This is fucked. It's not necessary. Like, the sun is gonna come up. You don't need the mass sacrifice. You really don't. So I am resisting with all of my heart and soul until the day that I die. It's all I can do. And I love all y'all so much. My lovies, my Dragonfly Dreamers. Thank you for sharing some headspace with me. I hope you're having a beautiful evening as well. And I will be putting out this episode soon. I have to put it together. I've just been having, it's hard sometimes. It's hard to it's whatever. It's fine. I will do it. I will focus. I will put the episode out, and I'm thankful for the episode, and I'm excited about the episode. Shout out to my Palestinian friend Brandon for having the courage to speak. Shout out to my homegirl G for coming on, and shout out to mi amor, Diana, for being my moral support and for being my low-key producer. Couldn't do it without you. And shout out to Tony, audio engineer Tony. I believe that's it, and that's that for tonight, my friends. So have a lovely evening, have a lovely day, have a lovely afternoon. When the next meal you eat, like, really feel that meal. Really feel it. Really, like, this is it. This is the sacred moment of the now. This is all we have. This is it. Let's love it, live it, be it fully. I feel that's the least we can do. So, with that, everyone, I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna do a little studio decrescendo. And shout out to the great-tailed grackles, because I finally found out what these beautiful blackbirds that fly all over the place at these beautiful parks here in the valley. Great-tailed grackles. Found them out. Shout out great-tailed grackles. Shout out to my rock pigeon family. Shout out to my feline family. Shout out to my human family. Shout out to all y'all. Good night, everybody.